implementation of Industry 4.0, the production has increased 4 to 5 times. Now, how that has been realized, what are the baby steps that are required to be taken, and what is that enabling ecosystem that helps for implementation of Industry 4.0, that is the agenda for today now. We want to conceive a complete plan for implementation of Industry 4.0.
Hello, I would request everybody to take their seats.
This session has been planned by the organizer on Industry 4.0. And I have been fortunate enough to being given a big project under the technology mission for Indian Railways for implementation of this technology in for rail coach manufacturing, for manufacturing unit, rail manufacturing unit in Raipur. So we developed this platform, Industry 4.0 platform, while doing this project. It is still under implementation with the railways, and we have also started implementing it in a couple of ordnance factories, the field gun factory and the small arms factory in Kanpur. Apart from that, there has been interest in this application in several MSME sectors, especially the technology enabling technology centers of the Ministry of MSME, the automotive cluster in Kanpur, and again the automotive cluster in Indore, through Indo-German tool room and through Indo-Danish tool room, one in Indore and another. Then there is interest from Reliance for one of their process plants in Gujarat, and also big private industry in Delhi. So here I really don't want to make a presentation because I was not asked to make a presentation.
इसको थोड़ा सा हम इनफॉर्मल और इंटरैक्टिव बनाते हैं. तो वी वुड लाइक टू अंडरस्टैंड सर कि यहाँ पे कितनी इंडस्ट्री बैठी है जिसने ऑलरेडी इंडस्ट्री 4.0 का कुछ एलिमेंट इंप्लीमेंट कर चुके हो. लेट्स रेज योर हैंड्स दोज हु हैव इंप्लीमेंटेड ऑलरेडी. यस, वी हैव वन मिस्टर Sabu. Yes, we have people from Taiwan. Well, Rover ji.
पहले 2 मिनट ये समझ लीजिए इंडस्ट्री 4.0 का जो खास एलिमेंट है वो पहले है क्या? ये इंडस्ट्री 4.0 का खास एलिमेंट ये है कि it is a bridge between cyber systems and physical systems. Cyber physical system engineering है. फिजिकल सिस्टम में एक तरफ आपकी सारी ऑपरेशनल टेक्नोलॉजी से मतलब है सारे मशीन्स के कंट्रोलर्स हैं, जैसे सीमेंस का कंट्रोलर, कार्डो कंट्रोलर्स, हाइड्रोलाइन हार्डवेयर, हनीवेल सेंसर, इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन, SCADA systems and controllers on one side, and on the other side you have everything which is related to the cyber world. The physical world is the cyber world. Cyber world meaning everything related to computers. All the number crunching, all the deep learning, optimization, and communication through the cloud, communication through the servers. So this is what forming the marriage between the physical system and the cyber system. So it is, we are talking of the cyber physical space, making the space as one single entity where the machines are talking to the computers are talking to the machines are talking to themselves, the human beings it has human-machine interface also. That means the operators on the shop floor, they are talking to the machines through computers or through handheld devices. The machines are talking to the men, they are talking to the administrators. So you have on the one hand machine monitoring and machine connection. You have on the other hand human-machine interfaces where the operators are being tracked, operators are being able to talk to the machines through the computer, and the entire human resource is being monitored through the computer. Then there is material tracking. So material, men and machines are all these three processes are being instrumented, automated and monitored on the same platform, which is the site, which is the software platform. You have a uniform software platform, a ubiquitous software platform where various of these systems can plug and play themselves, and you get data from all of them together, from human beings, from machines, from material, all of them together, and then you are programming for optimization of the processes. You are monitoring the health of the machines, you are monitoring the quality of your output, all in an automated manner to the extent possible. The objective is to improve the efficiency, to cut down on the production costs, like cut down on the power consumption, then improving the product quality. All three of these characteristics mark Industry 4.0, and here you integrate the design, the design cell and the design team also within the manufacturing process. So design and manufacturing is an integrated process. Schedules are optimized, machines are being monitored real time, and physical location becomes important, whether the factory is here or in Timbuktu. The person sitting in Delhi or in the ministry can see what is happening there and control it. Apart from transparency, you also have centralized understanding and centralized control.
सर दिक्कत क्या आ रही है, यहाँ पे इंडस्ट्री काफी बैठी है जो ये इंडस्ट्री 4.0 को लागू करना चाह रही है, लेकिन सबसे पहला पार्ट क्या है कि वी हैव ओल्ड मशीन्स which are not 4.0 compliant. As a result, कि अभी machines are not talking to, there is no data collection from the machine itself. So पहला step क्या है, कुछ sensors चाहिए जो machine में हम लगा दें, so that retrofit करके हम वो data जो है वो computer तक लेके आए. That is the first step of it. We are failing there also. जिस industry में already लगा चुके हैं, we would like to have either your experience, और जो लगाना चाह रहे हैं और उनको क्या दिक्कत आ रही है. आई थिंक वी हैव द एक्सपर्ट हु कैन आंसर अस कि कौन से चिप्स हैं, कौन से सेंसर्स हैं जो मार्केट में मिल रहे हैं और किस कॉस्ट में मिल रहे हैं, और हमें कौन इंप्लीमेंट करके देगा. जो इंडस्ट्री यहाँ पे बैठी है, जो ये आज से बैठी है, दे हैव कम विद दिस एक्सपेक्टेशन कि आज के बाद आई थिंक दैट प्रोजेक्ट फॉर द इंडस्ट्री 4.0 इम्प्लीमेंटेशन विल स्टार्ट. सो दिस इज वेयर वी आर स्टार्ट. तो आई थिंक रेज योर हैंड्स जो इंडस्ट्री वाले करना चाह रहे हैं, कर नहीं पा रहे, दिक्कत आ रही है जिनको. सो दिस इज व्हाट वी एक्चुअली वांट के आपकी हेल्प चाहिए हमें. सो द फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ इट ओनली कि हाउ टू कनेक्ट द ओल्ड नॉन कंप्लायंट 4.0 मशीन्स टू द कंप्यूटर.
मैं जब आपके लोगों से बात कर रहा था, the person sitting here, he said that the biggest problem is to make the machine talk to the computer. The machines are not 4.0 compliant and they are not talking to the computer. This is what Adhikari we addressed in Raebareli also, that machines are not talking to the computer. So इसमें solutions can be built. Solutions can be built. The problem is wider than this. There are machines which are completely dumb machines. They need to be sensorized first of all. Like you have to put current sensor, you have to put voltage sensor, you have to put probably thermal sensor, which is not very expensive. It is not very expensive. Build a data acquisition system from where you can get the data onto a platform. That platform can be Python, can be C++, can be live. So you first of all need the instrumentation engineer and a good person in Python who is trained properly. This is the easier part. Okay, you have a dumb machine which you have sensorized, from which you can take the data, which can be done rather easily, and you probably have a person to do that here itself or on that calculator. The bigger problem is that you have legacy machines like maybe you have one from Siemens, which is a very old machine. Now that Siemens machine will talk to its control panel only, through its controller, and Siemens will sit on that. Siemens will not allow that machine to talk to your computer.
Yes, absolutely right.
This is the problem all over India.
Yes.
This is the problem all over India.
The CNC machines.
That most of the machines are either Siemens machine or
Fanuc machines.
Fanuc machines.
Yes.
Now Siemens does not talk to Fanuc. Most of the time Siemens will not talk to Siemens itself. Because one machine is old.
Their generation is different.
So if this, and if you want to call Siemens, they will charge you 200 crores. While the same work can be done within this is what we are trying to do in ordnance factory now, that we are trying to deliver the whole thing 25 to 50 lakhs connect, because the code has been, the software code has been made by us. We are making these machines take the Siemens stranglehold and talk to the code that has been implied. And we are willing, this is what Anita also wants us to do, that through this support that GST has given us, we would like to have some of your persons to work with us on the software to get this, get an understanding of this software platform that we have developed and use it. That is what we are willing to offer. Getting getting data from Siemens, that is one part. Similarly, you have to get data from Fanuc, get data from other ways of it. So there are two ways. One is that nowadays this Python platform is so elaborate. Python platform is so elaborate and about that you can practically do everything on that Python platform. Right from data acquisition, from these Siemens machines or your own dumb machines which you have instrumented, up to optimization, machine learning, deep learning on the same Python platform. You can do it with your own package, which is specific to your request. And at very low cost, which you should undertake yourself. The second task is that have HMIs, the HMIs that I was talking to you about. The HMIs are devices like an Android device, which is not bigger than this. The cost of an Android device would be say 7,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees at the most. Here you develop an app, or apps can be developed where the operators can key in all the information on where they are, what they are working on, what is their geographical location automatically comes on the Google map. And this is very useful for a field application like in mining, where you have hundreds of workers and hundreds of machinery spread all over the area, and it is very difficult to monitor who is where and optimize that entire process. Here also the operators who have to complete the job in say 5 minutes, why is the job taking 30 minutes? If he has gone for a smoke or he has gone for the toilet, then here is the record where how the time is being spent either for smoke or for toilet. So this is human machine interface where this machine also communicates with the same platform as your machines are, production machines are communicating. This can be developed. Similarly, RFID tracking or other kinds of tracking through QR codes of material. Material most of the time lies on the shop floor without being processed. So that can be tracked, machine health can be tracked. In Raebareli we realized that out of the 50-60 odd machines that are there on in one single shop, not more than 4 or 5 are in action at any instant of time. Not more than 4 or 5 are not working. This is the situation in private industry also, that out of our capacity, built up capacity, not 100% utilization is there, not even 80% utilization of the machinery is there. Even the machinery which is being used, where the power consumption has to be this much, it is twice as much of what it should be there. So these are all the things that need to be monitored now continuously and real time, help our industry to advance one step level. This technology is required, and you probably have some people here, some we are willing to bring that effort can.
सर हम पहला स्टेप करना चाह रहे हैं कि लेट अस क्रिएट अ मॉडल इंडस्ट्री हियर जहां पे ये एक्चुअल लोग आके देख सकें कि यस द फर्स्ट फेज व्हाट वी कॉल एज सेंसराइजेशन, देन द प्लेटफॉर्म इज देयर एंड देन वी हैव द एआई बिल्ट इन. So all these
this is a fantastic idea. This is a fantastic idea. I entirely endorse this idea. Identify an industry where 4.0 can be implemented. Okay, and we will pick up teams from here itself, from the students, from within the university, from private universities, whom we will. Not that I know everything. I don't know everything. I will also learn in that process. We have developed a few things which are working till now. We will do that with your own team.
but under your leadership, let us have a team constituted today. So if we have the scientists, we have the engineers sitting here today, let's have a team which is ready and who is ready to work under you. So पहले हम academia side पे चलते हैं, engineer side पे चलते हैं. Those who are willing to work with Dr. Vyas so as to create the first what we call as a role model industry in this area. Yes, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, and we have 4 hands. Somebody please note it down. Yes. अंकुश जी के सबके नाम नोट करिए. Those who want to work under this program. So and essentially what we mean is you are from the academia side, right? So आपको कितने लोग चाहिए होंगे?
Good people is more than
Good enough. So we have 6 hands. So we have Vyas also. We have yes. सबके नाम आप नोट कर लीजिए.
we need an industry partner like you also.
Well, we can have तो इंडस्ट्री कौन अपने आप को वॉलंटियर करना चाहता है from the industry side? Right. You also want to volunteer? You also want to volunteer? You also want to volunteer? You also want to volunteer?
Ankush, where
इंडस्ट्री का नाम
he is already visited.
well, and then we have Tyler also there, and then we have your industry, please. Kangaroo. अच्छा. Right. And then we have CRIKC.
So we have a little issue here. Actually, we do want to implement Industry 4.0, but we'll be shifting in another year or so to a bigger premises. So can we right now start it and then we shift? So
If you have say 4 or 5 machines, you can develop the prototype here.
Okay.
The prototype can be developed here, and then you have your own people to scale it up. Wherever you are.
Understandable. We have certain CNCs and DMC machines,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
have stored some dump machines also,
Yeah.
which actually are old and they are special purpose machines.
Yeah.
So we would also like those machines also come under this, so that we can, what advantage I am looking at is productivity, then consistency in quality, then usage of power. So in case that can be taken, so it will be really wonderful and we will go ahead with that.
Okay, what I have just monitoring the current and the voltage gives you a lot of information on the machine. Because it will tell you many things about whether it is on, off, whether about its health, about its the quality of operation and the quality of product that you would have can all be monitored through monitoring the current and voltage.
I understand, sir. Actually, in our industry, what I feel, there are so many components. Like we manufacture bathroom fittings, like starting from castings, then of course the machining, what we are talking about, then grinding and buffing and electroplating. So we would like to implement this wherever possible. So casting is also very important for us because there are certain defects. Majorly what I feel in faucets, in case we are able to control quality of castings at that level, so it gives a lot of cost benefits.
So, along with the industry 4.0 in manufacturing, my suggestion would be that ma'am sitting here, they have developed a good system for quality control and monitoring to image processing and that involves deep learning. So, which the team manager also was talking to you about. That part of data processing, which can initially be used for quality control and finding out the defects, that will be very useful. We are working on a similar project for Bofor's guns, where it is exactly similar technology. And if I don't find anybody else in Kanpur, I will request Kanpur to do that. They want to find out the defects in the barrel of the gun from the inside. And there are different types of defects that crop up. They are in the manufacturing process. And they are very long barrels, about 10-meter barrels. So an imaging system is required which can travel the length and also rotate by 360 degrees at every location. And take the images, transfer to the computer, where your deep learning and image processing software is sitting, which can immediately point out that you have a defect, this type of defect at this location. This itself is will be a very big help in quality control. Such requirements are there everywhere. Even in mattress industry like sleepwear, you have a requirement for finding out the defect in mattresses. They produce in large quantities. So now relying on manual inspection procedures and sometimes which are not very reliable, if you have automated systems where it can be done, it would be great impact for quality improvement. And it is low cost. It is low cost. And
Thank you so much, sir. We will be actually really interested in that because, as you have said, in mattress also, in castings also, there are some defects which are not visible by eye or otherwise also not visible because after peeling or after grinding we find this defect is there. So we'll be interested to take it.
I have one announcement that the sheet is already in circulation. If anybody wants to write to contribute towards it, so we have in circulation. Just write your name with the industry. So we would like to have. And one more announcement is that there is a car key is there. Mr. Nalinaksh, if you found any car key over here, just let us know, please. It will be great help. Thank you.
सर हम टीम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की बात कर रहे हैं। टीम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की बात कर रहे हैं। अब हमारे पास आप हो, आपके साथ टीम आ गई 6 लोगों की, फिर इंडस्ट्री के मेंबर्स भी जो वॉलंटियर कर रहे हैं। तो डू यू नीड एनी अनदर स्टेक होल्डर, कोई चिप सप्लायर, कोई सेंसर सप्लायर या कोई सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनी और एनी अदर stakeholder is required to complete this process?
You need a startup here. You need one startup which, or maybe 2 startups which can take up this task of actually implementing it. You need 2 teams. One in the university itself, like he is there, you are there, one within the university itself, where a lot of these, then you need another team which will go and implement it on the field. क्योंकि स्टूडेंट्स आप कहेंगे कि आप जाके वहाँ इम्प्लीमेंट करके तो वो नहीं करेंगे. So you need another team of 2 or 3 persons who can do the implementation. So if a startup is not there, such a startup can be encouraged. So maybe one startup or 2 startups and a group of say 5 or 6 students and their faculty members enters here, and then you are in autopilot mode.
So let's understand from the academia side. Okay.
Sir, I come from the textile industry, so I have my colleagues here. So textile industry, spinning particularly, is a very unique position. All our machines, most of the spinning mills are very modern. They come from Europe, so already fitted with all. Instrumentation is not a challenge. There is a lot of data which is already present in the machines. At the end of the day, you can get a lot of, even the defect per spindle, everything is monitored. The only thing is, like you said, that they are not in a single platform talking to a larger group, talking to themselves and talking on a single platform. So we actually are not able to make more sense of that data. I think Saurabh or Kush can probably.
So the data is there, but it remains on the machine.
Like you can say that putting sensors and coders and other things is not an issue. But we can get the data on the screen itself, everything is okay. But the problem is that we don't have any common software platform where we can see all the data to monitor, to understand and compare it easily. This is the biggest problem.
So there is a platform that we created in library, and this is a platform that we are creating in ordnance factories also. As I said, the data is there. The data is there sitting in the machine itself. You don't have to put additional sensors. The data, everything is being monitored because these are fairly advanced, sophisticated machines. But the issue is that the data is sitting within the machine itself. So there are 2 ways. One, you talk to the manufacturer and ask him to give you a software which can get all this data for you from the machines onto your software platform in the computer. Either do that, but they will not be willing to do that. They charge heavily. And then you have one machine from one vendor. He will give you some software which will be able to extract data from that machine. Then you have another vendor. So he will give you another software. In railway coach monitoring, we are just about to start a project where this is a smart coach project. They want to monitor everything, rolling stock, condition of wheels, condition of bearings, condition of suspension on the moving train. Now there are 10 different vendors and 10 different boxes sitting in the machine, and none of these boxes talk to each other. So what do you do with that? And the data that they give you is process data, which will ultimately give you just green, yellow, red lights. I need the raw data. So you have to write we can help you in writing these codes where you will get the data from the machine that you have in the factory. We'll try our best. Sometimes the locks are such that we are not breaking any locks. But what we are doing is that we are writing our own codes in Python, for example, in our own codes in C++, or utilizing a platform like LabVIEW, where most of these drivers are available.
I understand that, but you can see that different machines are on different communication platforms, like one on RS485, one on USB, one on Profinet, one on some other platform. And how can we get the data on a single Python platform from different communication protocols?
So that is why I am sitting here.
That is why this conference.
That is why I am sitting here.
So this is exactly what we want. Okay, we all sit together to resolve these issues. तो हम अगली जो बना रहे थे एक स्टेक होल्डर ग्रुप is what you said, we need some startups from the academia side. So Manu ji, आप बताइए कि the team from your side would be the mentor and the students.
So here I would like to say that, Parinda, can you tell us what are you doing presently and what are your capabilities and what is your experience and what are your strengths?
Thank you everyone.
Thank you everyone. So I am founder of CPAI, which is working in Industry 4.0 domain, right? And we are making software SaaS-based platforms for predictive maintenance and providing digitization of Industry 4.0, right? So as I have seen, a lot of doubts are coming here regarding the common platform where we are not able to interact with the different kind of machines, right? So there is an open platform available which has been started now, which is known as OPC. Kindly write down it. You can use that platform. It is OPC, Open Platform Communication Protocol. And since we are closely working with Harvard University, we have been incubated there at their Alchemist program. And out of world's topmost countries, we are providing solutions to the FMCG in the North American segment as well. Right. And I have also started my journey from here, from the University itself, right? So, as you mentioned that communication is a very, very challenging part, and another thing is the brain to the data. Since one project has been implemented at the Mahindra and Mahindra nearby, right, in the Industry 4.0 domain, but there is what is happening is they are just putting the data. Data dumping project has been implemented there, but there is no brain attached to that, right? And which is the problem statement currently focused by us. We are providing AI-based platforms where your data will be monitored in a real time by the cloud servers, right? And for that, I request to all the industries, please come up with a mindset to not be conservative in terms of data gathering. Since most of the industries are not even, they are not, openly coming up that our data should not go outside our periphery. So how could you implement the brains where your industry is lacking and the startups like us are currently providing? So this is a huge gap. I have traveled a lot in the pharmaceutical industries and this is a huge data. They are all like हमारा डेटा बाहर चले जाएगा तो सर अंदर रख के कौन सा वो सोना दे रहा आपको right? So this is one of the major important things. Come up with an open brain because I started my journey here, but now I'm working with the Harvard universities, right? They are very much open about this. They are not even conservative. They are, they said this. जैसे अभी आज स्पेशली कॉन्फ्रेंस हो रही है सिर्फ इस चीज के लिए how we can collaborate with the industry and academia, and our mentors are already professors there at the Harvard universities. So first of all, give an open hand to the academians as well. They can open up their own startups or work with some kind of us, right? So anything else I want to question?
We want to have you as a stakeholder in this whole program.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. And I want to also mention that Dr. PJ is one of our mentors, and he is the one person who has motivated us to go and jump into the startup domain. Since I am also a student who is working here at Punjab University, was working, not currently working now, but he is the core personality who bring us to the startup domain. So we need industrialists like him as well. So let's have a big round of applause for him.
So we actually picked him up during those days while he was still in the DIC. Right. And I am sure you can become one of our partners in this whole program. And Professor Vyas is actually already impressed with what you said just now.
Yes, Dr. Manu just shared with me the profile of Professor Vyas. So,
the OPC platform will be a good platform, but a few things need to be done to get all the machines talking to OPC. Not all will be talking to OPC. So, you would need a platform which incorporates.
right. Definitely.
So we have at least one startup who can come and contribute. So do we need another one or some software? Yes, Mr. Vishal, you want to say something?
Yes.
And anybody from IIT who wants to come and contribute in this whole program? Yes, Neha Sardana, you also have to speak something on it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Before going to start my discussion, sir, actually the idea which I got from the discussion, actually the problem which was raised by the industry people, there is a problem in the machine, Siemens and Fanuc machine. It's like the idea which I got. I am not expert in that, but what I feel, it's like there is a Tamil people and there are Chinese people, and these both people they want to communicate, but the Tamil people is not ready to learn Chinese, and the Chinese people also don't want to learn Tamil. But I feel that communication is possible if you arrange some kind of intermediator. So we cannot say that communication is not possible, the task is not feasible. In layman language, I can say yes, definitely that there will be some solution. So and effectively, if all come together, surely we can reach to some solution. Sir, I came from your media team. Actually, we are having an educational platform. We guide, motivate students. We are having very good linkage, bonding, interaction with the industry people and as well as academicians. We are having very good penetration in IITs, in NITs, Institute of Global and National Importance. And at the same time, sir, when we interact, we analyze actually that particular gap which is already existing between industry and academia. I think there is no such discussion required why that gap is existing. And if you go into deep, what are the reasons actually, and through that gap, if you carry out the analysis, surely we will reach to some solution how we can minimize that gap. So when we analyze it based on our hundreds of interaction with the academicians, industry people, and researchers, we found that there is a gap, and yes, there is an opportunity for us also to grow, learn, and for business also, and to help actually and to contribute to the society in this direction, to work in that industry and academia gap. So what I feel, sir, our company can provide some kind of logistic arrangements, some kind of implementation, because for industry and academia people, the gap is due to what? That it is very difficult for the academic people to check their solution, to check their final solution, final research at the show floor of the industry, because they cannot go very easily to the industry show floor. So I feel there is a need of some external agency which can support the academic people in testing that solution to at the show floor of the industry, so that finally we will be able to commercialize that product. Because that is important. If you are doing research and you are not making product out of that, there is no such use of that research. What I feel.
You can cut out all this philosophy.
Yes.
And what is it that you want to do?
Yes.
Tell us that.
Yes, definitely, sir. Thank you very much. So I only want to say, sir, we are having a team of experts. We are having a team of technocrats and managers. So we can support this particular event. We can provide some kind of logistics and implementation support. And I want to conclude my discussion, sir. But I feel if there is a problem in a society, definitely there will be some solution. And if that solution is scalable, there is entrepreneurial opportunity.
Don't talk at the philosophical level.
Yes.
Talk in terms of technology. What is it that you will discuss it?
Yes. That's the only thing, sir, what I want to say. We can provide those kind of things. We are already guiding students. We are already in that area. But this area is also new for us, and I feel this is new for all.
इस टीम में आप क्या करना चाहोगे?
Yes. Actually, one thing which we can do, sir, we can map. I feel there is no such single platform available where we can get access of some kind of researchers and the industry. Like suppose there is some problem Bangalore is facing, and
देखिए आप समझ रहे हो हम करने की कोशिश क्या कर रहे हैं?
Yes.
अभी हम एक टीम क्रिएट कर रहे हैं और different stakeholders are being identified.
Yes.
तो आप उसमें कोई रोल प्ले कर सकते हैं?
Yes.
अगर कर सकते हैं तो क्या रोल प्ले करेंगे?
We can help in mapping all those industries and academicians. We can try to link them so that
So that is what is being done today. That is not required. अभी तो implementation की बात हो रही है.
Yes.
So we are forming a team under the leadership of Professor Vyas. उसके लिए हम बंदे चूज कर रहे हैं.
Yes.
Right. ठीक है. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr.
So anybody from IIT Ropar who would like to comment on it? कि वो कोई इसमें participation करना चाहेगा?
Sir, I
have a team of more than 3 or 4 people who are here from IIT Ropar. So from IIT Ropar, we have team expertise in sensors. We have people from data acquisition and data analysis as well. So we have a big student pool who can do short-term projects which will work on sensor integration as well as app development, and there was a problem with some kind of printing techniques like RFID, QR and barcode. So after discussions with your team, we already were in discussion with other people who are printing certain barcodes and QR codes. But till now there are many other problems which they are not able to.
So आप 4.0 के लिए who's the vendor that you propose from IIT?
From IIT Ropar, we should have a senior professor like Dr. Vyas. That would be better.
No, you are there, so I can work with you. There's no
Yes,
issue, but
I will be there as a team member.
yeah. So you would be very welcome, in fact, for sensors, data acquisition, and also app development, which can be done very, very fast in your setup. So definitely you will be very welcome. In fact, I did not know about you. I knew about Ekta Singla. So I had mentioned about Ekta.
She's in robotics.
But she really is robotics. You are the right person. Not that you working with me, I will work with you.
So actually what we want is, once this team is constituted, which is almost done, we would take the help of Anita. If we can have some kind of क्या करें, फंडिंग आप कर सकते हो ताकि इस एक्सपेरिमेंट को, जिसको हम रोल मॉडल बोल रहे हैं, तो वी वांट टू क्रिएट अ मॉडल इंडस्ट्री टुडे.
मॉडल इंडस्ट्री के लिए आप for my demonstration only. But उसमें industry also has to contribute something. At least
आप कितनी percentage industry से?
मैम उसमें से मैं ये कर सकता हूँ कि I can transfer the money, but वो day-to-day management of that money would be very difficult at my end. Then everything, the purchases will have to be made at my end.
But see, a project has to be formulated, and so they can be a partner, implementing partner, or only through we can do it. Like we have identified the academic partners. So once we have this model ready with us, who all are going to work and what kind of fund requirement is there. So model industry, जहाँ पर भी we are establishing this I4 platform, so they also have to pitch in, they have to provide hardware, whatever they are pitching it, and we should map what all is needed, how much money is needed. So at least जो manpower का support है, directly it can come from your side. You don't need.
We will not have the bandwidth to monitor it on a day-to-day basis. So that will have to be done by.
We will have Professor Manu Sharma to monitor the whole progress.
एक DSC को आप ट्रांसफर कर दीजिए, वो सा day-to-day वाला.
हाँ, मनु जी को
इंडस्ट्री की कितनी पार्टनरशिप चाहते हो परसेंटेज में that
But first we have to decide कि कितना चाहिए हमें उस मॉडल को लगाने के लिए, and then we have to see क्योंकि हार्डवेयर वगैरह सब उसी इंडस्ट्री के पास रह जाएगा, तो they have to pitch in with all that.
Very right.
Right. So then first let us come up with the cost कि हमें चाहिए कितना, what are the resources which are required.
ठीक है.
So at least जो manpower का support होगा to do this experimentation and all, that will come from our project.
Right.
And let's see, like first thing should be before us कि what kind of.
So मोटा-मोटा जो मैन पावर कॉस्ट है वो हम फ्री कर देंगे उस मॉडल के लिए, और जो रियल हार्डवेयर का कॉस्ट है वो इंडस्ट्री बियर कर दे. मोटा-मोटा 50% जो है वो इंडस्ट्री बियर कर दे, तो 50% इधर से आ जाएगा. And what we can do is.
For one model industry, then others who want to adopt, then they have to use their.
They have to, yes, we agree there. So what we want is.
So once we are moving this startup, so they can just go to places and do it, and then later on servicing everything will be taken care of by this.
तो हम जो मॉडल इंडस्ट्री अपने आप को वॉलंटियर कर रही है, जिसको ये हम बेनिफिट देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, उससे हम क्या एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं वो मैं पहले बता दूं कि we want that whenever we want the rest of the industry to come and visit that, it should be open the way Parminder was saying कि भाई वो आप एक क्लोज माइंडसेट से मत काम करिए, वी आर रेडी टू कम फॉरवर्ड, लेकिन आपको भी तब अपनी इंडस्ट्री खोल के दरवाजे दिखाने पड़ेंगे कि ये हमने प्रोजेक्ट किया है, एटलीस्ट दैट एरिया. सो दिस इज व्हाट वी वांट. सो आपने 6 लोगों ने अपना नाम दिया था. वेल, यू आर रेडी, एंड एनीबडी हु इज नॉट रेडी, maybe he can then later on can be part of this whole program, but at least the first industry we can maybe have from Juhu Street, and it is actually a wonderful engineering industry. We all appreciate their industry. We can have them as a role model.
One more point, that all the technology that is developed and all the software that is developed will not be the private property of any individual. If tomorrow one person or one component thinks that oh, I have developed it and I will sit on it, this is very important. This will be for the first right of refusal will be with CRIKC or tech. The technology including all.
You cannot say you have developed it for your own usage, so you will not share the software with it.
All the software codes that you develop, the codes that you develop, the hardware protocols that are developed, the technology will be transferred and it will sit in tech. It will not be for, and it should be usable by all on some license basis or some what is it called? Design license. It should be. IT is owned by the TEC. That should be very clear.
So all the intellectual property generated in the whole process, the owner will be tech.
Yes.
So this is clarified, right?
Yes. This is the startup apart. The other people involved here are doing it not for profit. This is not for profit kind of. We are utilizing DSP money. It has to be not for profit as far as the team, R&D team is concerned. It is not for profit. We are doing it for the bigger social good.
Right. So next issue that we need to address is, okay, what are the timelines? So what are the timelines for the first model industry that we want to have this implementation? तो क्या लगता है हमें 3 महीने 7 महीने क्या टाइमलाइन आपको लगता है कि हम उसमें ऑलमोस्ट ये रेडी कर पाएंगे?
आपको इसको प्रपोजल बनाना पड़ेगा. जल्दी प्रपोजल बन जाता है. Proposal will take some time. It will take about at least a month and a half to make a proper detailed proposal. Then we'll have to sit with DSP and the post industry to work out all the financial and other technical logistics. So, let us say you should see something if everything कितना टाइम लगेगा? 6 महीने?
6 महीने फुल स्ट्रक्चर्ड हो जाता है.
आज से 6 महीने मान लें.
So, I think till proposal gets accepted and funded. उसके बाद timeline बना.
सर एक काम करते हैं.
The date the first check is transferred, money is transferred to TEC 6 months from there.
वेरी गुड. एक काम करते हैं, इसको फास्ट फॉरवर्ड करने के लिए जो पहला प्रोजेक्ट है, 2 मॉडल करते हैं. पहला प्रोजेक्ट का जो पैसा है हम CII से देते हैं आपको, बाकी हम 0 डे से कर पाएंगे. दूसरा आप दूसरे मंथ से शुरू कर दें. We will identify 2 such this thing so that we do not wait for this. Right?
That would be ideal. The cost involved is not too much.
Exactly.
Not too much.
So we also want to show that industry is eager to participate with agriculture.
उसमें भी जो CII से भी आ रहा है उसमें manpower we can provide.
Manpower we can provide.
Only manpower.
ठीक है. तो इसका मतलब हम वेट जो है 1.5-2 महीने की वो सेकंड प्रोजेक्ट के लिए है. फर्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट कैन स्टार्ट इमीडिएटली. So we still will make a proposal within a 7 days time.
Absolutely. Everything has to be mapped and it has to be done. So that proposal has to
proposal has to be made. We agree. But project number 1 also, project number 2 also. And project number 1 will be funded by the industry side, and I take the responsibility from the CII side, and 2 from the DST side. So we need 2 industry partners जिनकी हम conditions बोलेंगे कि ये है. If you abide by those conditions, we are ready to commit to that. We are ready to take you as the initial role models. तो timeline हमें पता चल गई. तो इसका मतलब आज से हम 6 months एक बार ही मान लेते हैं for the first, और उसके 2 महीने के बाद
इंडस्ट्री को विजिट करके मैपिंग करके कौन पीके हेल्प करेगा टू आइडेंटिफाई टू अकॉर्डिंग.
I think that Parminder ji should do.
Parminder ji in coordination with
Professor
Madhu Sharma and I don't agree to data going outside. Data of the industry is confidential to the industry. Data will remain with the industry. If you might be having your own reasons to send it outside, but data of the industry will remain within the server of the industry. It will not be made.
So why do you want to send the data outside?
Ma'am, basically it's not that much confidential where we can exploring the whole industry. It's basically the data of machines like vibration, temperature.
But we still can sign an NDA so that that portion is kind of
Data of the problem that we face in railways and where we want everyone is that tomorrow Siemens will own all the data for the Indian railways for manufacturing. If Siemens does this, or Siemens in fact was not in the, for example, Dassault does it. And Dassault there is some person sitting in Malaysia trying to, once they optimize all the procedures, they tell you the schedule, they will start dictating in a few days what to produce, how much to produce, how to produce, all these things. So data is very important. The control, especially for the government sector, it is very important.
But I think for the
private also it should lie within the
group that
within the group or with the owner. It should lie there. Whatever intelligence is possible.
The numbers must lie within the industry.
Yes.
Numbers.
Yes.
But the process is a general process which can be on the public platform.
Very right. So that is what an NDA, a document can be signed so that everybody abides by it. So what aspects apart from what we have discussed already are required to be discussed?
That's all right. Data ownership remains with the user industry. The technology developed, all IPR resides with technology enabling center. Or if it is being supported by CII initially, by you, then that can be shared.
Very
That
good.
was my concern.
Then that can be shared.
Intelligence is coming from the industry, so they should be part of IT.
Yeah, then that can be shared because here, if the money is coming from DST, we have this restriction. It belongs to the government of India.
इसमें एक और problem आता है कि the idea with the tech center, user industry will then have to compulsorily give them a royalty year after year. What the industry is free.
So that's a beautiful question. Once implemented, I think there should not be any royalty.
If it is
Because the tech center, the PU tech will charge certain fees to implement all this. So they will have a one-time fees and not a royalty.
Dr. PK, in principle we agree, बाकी modalities है ना,
I agree.
but
But see, I tell you, industry के जो basic questions हैं, अगर हम उसको मोटा-मोटा बता देते हैं कि yes, there will be a fees for the rest of the industry, but वो royalty के form में नहीं होगी, ताकि वो that is what is painful to the industry. तो one time fees वो है, we will decide that.
we can work it out. तो ये कह रहे हैं, we agree on that, मगर अभी इसको concretize
So I agree, a more mature view कि इसको हम immediately कुछ commit ना करें, we will commit it.
करना है, let's go for that.
Right.
Once you've done the model, then we have to put a price tag. Functional model एक बार हम दिखा देंगे, let us demonstrate it, then we can talk about the cost.
Very well.
अगर इसको प्राइवेटली डेवलप करना है तो
then all these other restrictions are not there. But
industry
but you have to take care of the startup, which is doing this. The startups' interests have to be taken care of. Because it is you'll have to nurture these startups also, who will do the implementation also. So while you own the technology, but somehow the interest of the startup also should be integrated within this entire way. So वो किसी तरह से आप
इसके अलावा yes, we would like to have questions, any queries जो industry side से या academia side से पूछना चाहे. We have Professor Vyas with us. So you have understood the purpose of why we are together here, right? And within the next 6 months we will give you at least 2 role models जहाँ पे आप आके देख सकोगे कि really किस तरह से सारा सेंसर्स लग गए उस रेट्रोफिट होंगे उस मशीन के ऊपर, किस तरह से डेटा इज बीइंग कैप्चर्ड, किस तरह से मे बी आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, मशीन लर्निंग ऑल कैन बी यूटिलाइज्ड so as to bring productivity or predictive maintenance or quality enhancement or whatever we just discussed.
The question is that if a company is already undergoing or maybe implemented a ERP solution in their company, and we are like doing, we have already implemented and doing the processes in the ERP. So how this industry 4.0 and the ERP can be match made, and the reports should not be like double reporting, and you need to so how those things can be merged for the industry.
This ERP would be innovator, isn't it? What is the software platform?
SAP है, कौन सा सॉफ्टवेयर है? ERP कौन सा है?
It's not SAP. It's not SAP. It's a private company. It's a private.
So we'll have to talk to that private company to integrate it in. So this is a bigger platform that I was telling you about. OPC as well as this ERP have to be on one single platform, where the OPC communicates and is in direct talk to each other.
And there are some APIs also available which can communicate with such kind of platforms as well for the ERP solution as well. So we need some engineering behind this, and we are capable of doing this as well. So we can together work along this.
It can be done, at least in IIT Kanpur. Our students can do that, but it may be difficult for our students to crack this. We will take help of IIT Roper students to integrate the ERP with that. Exactly is the idea. ERP is the IT part of it. IT and OT integration should take place. So that is the platform that I am talking about.
But do you think
that will take some more doing? Maybe not 6 months, add another 3 months or 6 months to that. So integration of ERP is good that you brought it up. Is an important component of industry.
तो सर अगर स्टैंडर्ड सॉफ्टवेयर हैं जैसे SAP है तो ऑरेकल जैसे आप कह रहे थे वो प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं तो
इनके पास तो वो नहीं है, इनका जो है उसी को इंटीग्रेट किया।
पर अगर हो तो बेटर होगा, इजी होगा।
इजी तो ये होगा कि आप फिर जो ERP है वो खुद बनवा लीजिए। ERP आप खुद अपना बनवा लीजिए, उसको कोई बड़ी बात नहीं। ERP बनाने वाले तो बहुत लोग हैं, यही बन जाएगा। इनफैक्ट most of the students and startups are good in doing that. ERP आप खुद बनवा लीजिए, आप जैसे चाहें वैसा ERP बन जाएगा। आप उधर पे जाना चाहते हैं, इतना सारा पैसा उधर पे देना चाहते हैं।
पर मान लो हम my question was let's say an industry already has a very standardized software SAP जैसे, तो क्या उसका फायदा होगा हमें जल्दी इंटीग्रेट कर पाएंगे उनके साथ?
वो ऐसा नहीं है।
वो देखना पड़ेगा।
उनके प्लगइन्स और डिफिकल्ट होंगे।
तो उनके प्लगइन्स देखना पड़ेगा। उनके प्लगइन्स देखना पड़ेगा।
अगर छोटी कंपनी है जैसे मिड साइज कंपनी ERP is implemented in my company, So they may be able to share, but maybe SAP and Oracle and Vyas.
इसमें project का एक component आप ये भी रखिए कि in parallel whatever ERP you are using, in parallel have a smaller separate project to develop your own ERP. Okay, that is not too difficult. That
Definitely it's not difficult to develop your own ERP. But if you are serving multinational companies, then even this makes a lot of sense that which ERP you are using, whether it's your own house developed or whether it's a standard company or it's a corporate level company, it's big five. So it also matters to a company which is like Tanner. So I don't think so. They will be there is a recognition of the bigger companies ERP to make a brand. Like we have an SAP in our company. So this is again a very important thing.
Yeah, it is a debatable thing, but I would request you, whether you use it or not, invest in one such project where sponsor somebody to develop an ERP which is comparable to what you do. This is my request to you. Sponsor one such project, and not everyone will be using standard ERP solutions. There are many small companies and players who would like to, who do not hitherto have an ERP at all.
सर इसके अलावा कोई questions? Yes, please. You need a mic.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. I am Sumit Grover, owner of Genesis Controls, Ludhiana, and I am into building and industrial automation from last 20 years, and I have been working not only in India, outside India, also in different countries. My question actually is that most of the conferences and seminars, etc., I have seen is focused mainly on manufacturing industry, but I am into service industry. We provide these automation solutions to customers across North India. So most of the products I have to buy from like dealers of companies like outside India. Foreign products I have to buy and sell out in local industry. Is it possible to develop all those systems here?
Name one. What are you asking?
For example, any system like a building management system, fire alarm system, CCTV camera system, public addressable system. All those systems we are buying from the companies. Those are based outside, manufacturing outside. Is it possible to manufacture here? Like once we develop here, then we can manufacture and so.
Who wants to answer from academia?
It should be possible. You send us the details, not necessarily here in Punjab, but in Bangalore and Hyderabad, it is possible. They are doing it all the time.
Like some solutions are based on Industry 4.0 also. So I have some requirements and I have to find out like who can develop this product. Either I have to buy it from outside.
So there are some very good people now in Bangalore with international experience and who are doing this kind of work in the hardware domain. We have very good people. I know a couple of these groups who do it for bigger companies like Reliance, etc. It should be possible.
On a large scale, actually, I have been working in oil and gas industry, like automation and all.
What these people do is if there is hardware manufacturing, they don't manufacture the hardware here, but they design everything. They do the design and then get it manufactured in Taiwan. This is the model that the entire Europe is also following.
that the designing is done in European countries and the manufacturing because it is easy because hardware, electronic hardware is being manufactured in you can send us some information, we will see how and how much can we make. Thank you.
While we welcome Professor Grover, the ex-Vice Chancellor, we will continue the discussion. And the discussion is that before we actually kind of wind up this session, we would like that those of you from the industry members or the academia members want to join the engineering club. So we talked of that we have an engineering club, we have 5 clubs: engineering club, medical club, textile club, agriculture club and a software club. So today we think that software and engineering people are sitting here. So those of you who are interested for this membership, either from the academia side or from the industry side, you are most welcome. Professor Manu Sharma can be approached for that. And also I would request Professor Manu Sharma that the volunteers from various stakeholders, let us all have a separate meeting before Professor Vyas while he is here, so that we at least form a WhatsApp group, so that the easy communication starts and the group starts working from today onwards. Right? So if there are no more questions, then I can think we can proceed. Yes,
जो ये 4.0 की आप बात कर रहे हैं, इसके अंदर एक जैसे इनका स्पेसिफिक प्रॉब्लम है, स्पेसिफिक इनका अपना ERP है, where they would like to have an interface. The 4.0 which the academia can develop is kind of a plug and play module, which can be there for all the industries, with all the sensors or the data acquisition at one center and the intelligence inbuilt into the software at the another level. Then he will have one set of ERPs. In my system will have another set of ERP and on another platform. So then that is an individualized model. Individualized module specific to their industry, another individualized module specific to our industry. It may not be linking the whole system to their need. That's what I wanted to say.
So it is not the Ramban Davai. You have to tune it according to the specific needs. But you will have a platform where the capabilities are there.
That's exactly what I want.
You will have a platform where these capabilities exist, but your needs and
I think so that is why we need a startup.
Yes.
Otherwise if it is one solution, so we need anybody.
एक इसमें छोटा सा और है, I mean though not really directly related here, but DSP people are there, so I wanted to. We were discussing with they visited our factory not once but twice or thrice. We showed them we wanted to do a project on pollution control, on the ETPs and how we can automate it and what is the best technologies which could be adopted. The DST had a project. But the project could be assigned. We were willing to spend any amount of money till our budget was close to about 75 to 1 crore. That we would do that kind of money. But there were two conditions. One, the project would sit onto our premises. Every expenditure onto our premises is ours. We will even fund some of the other research which they will be willing to do. But their condition was the project would sit into their premises at the tech center. We said no, the project would sit into our premises. Any technology developed, any proprietary rights or something that you can have along with us. But that's not our platform, because we would like our problems to be sorted out. Our water, our things will not be there. This was one issue. Second issue was that there was another opportunity which came in. Then the condition for the funding of the project through DST to them, not to us, to them was their industry partner needs to have an recognized R&D status. For an MSME to have a recognized R&D status is not very easy. So we wanted to apply, we wanted to go ahead, but then we found that the expenditures there were slightly more than what we could afford. That's it. These are two separate issues not related with the industry.
It all depends on the scheme to scheme. In our scheme, we don't have any problem if you are demonstrating on industry side, and industry is bearing all the expenses. So naturally then you have to leave the plants here. But the IT goes with them and they are free to use because it's public money. So whatever knowledge they are generating out of it, they can use it to install anywhere. So for this iPhone platform also, we are telling the industry. So if government is investing, then you have to open your industry to anyone who wants to see this demonstration of this platform.
But then your question remains answered now. What you want, you get it. Now, Ankush, what do you want to say?
That's it.
So which scheme you have installed, Ankush?
So the IP rests with you.
Yes.
And the plant rests with him.
Correct.
Right? He is spending all the money. So where is the issue?
सर वो तो बेसिकली एक ऑप्टिमल यूज ऑफ वाटर का था एक्सोवेशन तो उसमें कंडीशन यही थी कि कंपनी की जो R&D फैसिलिटी है वो DSIR अप्रूव होगी।
करेक्ट, DSIR।
Let's not complicate it.
That is scheme specific. But
That is scheme specific.
So इस तरह का कुछ अगर आता है तो you bring it to my notice, I can do it.
Thank you. So we will sort it out for you, sir.
Ankush, yes, you do it.
We will sort it out for you. Right? Now we have Sanjeev Singh with us, who I think has a great experience in actually implementing 4.0. Right? Can you share some thoughts? What were your problems? What did you solve? And what was your experience overall?
Thanks, Vijay, for putting me on the spot at the last minute. I am Sanjeev and we have a company in Mohali, Glad Electronics, and we have been working on Industry 4.0 for many years. In fact, even before the world was coined. We've been having our software on ERP. We started in 1987. That was again at least 6 years before the word ERP was coined. So we've been forerunners in ERP and also forerunners in Industry 4.0. I mean internationally also. There will be very interesting questions which have been raised here in this forum. I'd just like to add to a few of those, or a few answers to them. One is like what Professor Vyas mentioned, that the ERP is the basic requirement for the Industry 4.0 we established. Now there are two words which are being used in Industry 4.0 which are being used as synonyms. They are not exactly synonyms. One they call it as Industry 4.0 and one they call it Smart Manufacturing 4.0. The slight difference is that Smart Manufacturing 4.0 relates only to the manufacturing aspects, whereas Industry 4.0 takes care of all the processes in the business. It will be non-manufacturing processes, it will be related to quality, purchase, sales, internal logistics, external logistics, everything. Now, like what was mentioned earlier, that what is better? That is it easy to implement Industry 4.0 on an established software like SAP? Or Oracle or something? No, it's much more difficult. It's much more easier to have your own software and implement it onto that. Now, the software, because what is actually essential is, Industry 4.0 says that all your processes in the organization, manufacturing, non-manufacturing, it should be available in digital media on the cyberspace. You should be able to see everything happening on your mobile phone, on your laptop or a tablet regarding whatever activity happening in the company should be there, manufacturing or non-manufacturing. So, it's essential that for that you need to have a central database. You can't have a splintered database, one database coming from SAP, one from Oracle, one from your local this thing. It has to be one platform. And SAP or those providers will not be able to give you that one platform because they'll give you 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 modules, 10 functions in their thing. Whereas industry you need at least 22, 24, 28 different modules to take care of all those things. And they have to be integrated seamlessly. So the flow of material, flow of information, physical flow, cyber flow all happens in a very seamless manner in real time and online. There are few essentials to that aspect of it. And otherwise, when another point was raised was about some sophisticated machinery being used in which all the data is localized, available, and you need to, somebody said you have some different codes to get data, we'll talk to the manufacturers to get it. No, I think we can just totally ignore that. Because we have to look at Industry 4.0 not as a huge picture or a very big picture, but look at it from the point of view of mission criticality. Look at what is critical to you, what is important to you, pick up only that information, only that data. If there is a machine which is doing a lot of sophisticated activities, they need a lot of programming, lot of data being captured, 10, 20, 30, 100 times. You don't need that data at your end. You might get only 2-3 data from that machine which is relevant to you. So you can add on sensors to that machine only for that data. The difference between Industry 3.0 and Industry 4.0 is that Industry 3.0 was also using computers, they were also in digitalization. It is only the flow of data which is coming through the internet to your device and going back. And machine to machine talking, there is a difference between Industry 4.0 and Industry 3.0. So if we are looking to understand what is the communication network being built in the company, what is the way the data is being stored, what data is being collected, the speed of data, compiling of data, analyzing the data, presenting it in a form which is easily understood by everybody, decision making on auto basis or by manual basis can know that data. That is what comprises of Industry 4.0. It's not a very difficult thing to do. It's not a very expensive thing also to do. And I think it is one thing which every industry should focus on and do it at a very fast pace. Because जो नहीं करेगा वो पीछे रह जाएगा. Thank you. Thank you.
Very insightful, very insightful. And I would just like to say that there will be many here who need your guidance.
Sure. It should be part of this whole program. Yeah. So with these words, I would like to first of all thank our celebrity scientist, Professor Vyas. So, traveled all the way from Kanpur is amongst us and is helping us on a regular basis now, from now onwards, to actually have, first of all, the model industry on 4.0, and then we will have lots of industry who will be adopting 4.0. And then we have Anita ji, then we have, who has also come travel from Delhi, and she always comes with good news, lots of money, lots of funds, and lots of good schemes. And we also have Professor Grover, Vice Chancellor, last Vice Chancellor. So we are proud that university ने इतना तरक्की कर लिया कि आज हम यहाँ बैठे हैं because the process that you started. And yes, and then Professor Manu Sharma, who has been instrumental in actually getting us all together. And on behalf of the whole group, I would like to thank CII also, who has actually devoted a lot of effort. A lot of people has actually worked to get it together. And all of you, the academicians, the scientists, the researchers on one hand, and the industry members on the other hand. Thank you everybody. And from now onwards, we are actually going into a new chapter of, industry which will be very smart. Thank you everybody.
Thank you everyone. Now in the adjacent hall we are going to start a session on NVH, noise, vibration and harshness. So all the people from auto sector, from Mahindra Swaraj, from Fleet Tractor, Indofarm, SML, Isuzu, Class Combine, they are requested to please come to the adjacent hall where we will now focus to meetings now for medical, engineering and agriculture. There are 3 groups on hall 2, second floor. Here only people who are interested in medical, engineering and agriculture, they can stay here only. For information technology and textile, they can go to the first floor. And for noise, vibration and harshness is the adjacent room wherein again the meeting will be chaired by Professor N.S. Vyas. So let us quickly move to the adjacent room, all those people who are interested in NVH.
So Professor Vyas will be posted, khana
The instrumentation that is required for NVH measurements, and that can be a central facility, which can be, for example, accelerometer, then signal processing, charge amplifier, noise measurement instruments, strain gauging, etc. That can be in the form of some center which is who can be trained by Dr. Sharma himself is an expert in NVH. They can be trained and kept in that center for looking at issues which are common to most of them. So, instrumentation center plus design analysis center which is already there, I think.
डिजाइन एनालिसिस सेंटर से
अच्छा यहाँ नहीं
बैकपैक में बिल्कुल साथ ही है उसको
तो मेरा ये सजेशन रहेगा कि you kindly apply or formulate in consultation with everyone कि इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन क्या चाहिए और डिज़ाइन एनालिसिस टूल्स क्या क्या चाहिए और मैन पावर क्या चाहिए। हाँ, तो वो डीएससी की फंडिंग इसको दी जा सकती है। चेम्बर तो ये लोग मेंटेन कर पाएंगे या नहीं कर पाएंगे यूनिवर्सिटी में, ये दैट इज द इशू। चेम्बर बनाने का काम अगर आप ले रहे हैं तो वो भी हो सकता है। द रिमेनिंग सपोर्ट कैन बी प्रोवाइडेड बाय अदर्स, by the center, but anechoic chamber you can probably make it. That help can be provided. You can ask somebody to provide that help in building anechoic.
So because without that element, we will probably be able to address the vibration aspects, but to effectively address the noise aspect. Then the industry is point that came up during the last discussion with Prof. Sharma, that if with the help of government funding as well as industry pooling in collective anechoic
CSIO में नहीं है anechoic chamber।
CSIO में सर anechoic chamber है पर छोटा है, वो इलेक्ट्रिकल और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक के हिसाब से इनमें तो बड़ा है।
Make a team from here itself, which can the team here is competent. That help can be provided on project to project basis. We can work out what best can be done, whether related to suspension, bearings, power also. We can find out people who can help you from the academy itself and wherever possible.
I can, if you share your details, I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, sure, sir.
I can even send you a sample. From here to here.
So basically,
सबसे पक्षी पहली बार हुआ
This is the simplest of all applications. First of all, ये already 10 industries exist करती होंगी इंडिया में। अब जब उसका प्लांट सेटअप करना है, we have no knowledge on the subject because no innovation. It's an established industry already. What we want, anybody who can come forward, we actually have that we bring पैसा मार्केट। तो हमें कोई पूरा प्रोजेक्ट जो है वो एस्टैब्लिश करके लगा के simplest of all this thing, and we are not asking for any research oriented projects in this. I hope my problem statement is clear. Already existing, पर इतना बता नहीं है कि इसमें अगर हम मार्केटिंग के लेवल में हमारा मार्केट सर्वे क्या कहता है
So this is our project Smart Solar Tree. So this is a solar system, solar project that we installed in UIT campus in Punjab University. So what we have done here is we have made a solar tree which is run by the solar panels. So the solar energy is producing, and the people could sit around. They could charge their laptop, mobile phone, could work directly.
इसका अगर आपको कोई ऑटोमेटिक सोल्यूशन दे दें तो चलेगा ना, डिजिटल सोल्यूशन दे दें तो हो जाएगा।
लेंथ ज़्यादा की वजह से अगर छोटा पीस हो तो